says of drilling, that's not a plan. Of course it's a plan. We import nearly half of our oil, therefore exporting enormous amounts of U.S. wealth. Almost 60% of our trade deficit is shipped overseas to buy crude oil. Let me say that again. Almost 60% of our trade deficit, that's $332 billion out of $560 billion, is shipped overseas to buy crude. 60%, more than half of our trade deficit is to buy oil. Jobs, 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 right? Isn't that amazing? The president, again, shut down drilling off the coast of Virginia. Governor Bob McDonnell there wanted to drill off the coast of Virginia for oil and for natural gas. Natural gas is clean burning. We have, as they like to say, we're the Saudi Arabia of natural gas. Are we getting it? Well, not because of Barack Obama, we're not. He's heading us in the other direction. And, as usual, he gives you utterly conflicting messages in the same speech. So at the end of it, you're wondering, what the hell are we doing now? I mean, what is our energy policy? Let's go to Jay in Washington, D.C. Jay, you're on the Chris Plante Show.
Hey, what's happening, Chris? It's your friend Jay the Liberal.
Hey, Jay the Liberal, how are you?
I'm great, man. You know, Chris, I gotta say, man, I just don't understand why you're so all up in arms about Obama's policies. I mean, you know, I love what he's doing on the energy. I love the variety he's trying to introduce. I understand his point that he's been making as far as, you know, we've been investing lots of dollars in nuclear and lots of dollars in oil and stuff over the years. And now those companies or those places are profitable, and now it's time to invest dollars in other alternatives. I mean, the private sector is what we say, what we claim is the biggest driver and the biggest funder of everything. Why can't private sector fund whatever these explorations that need to go? I mean, we're definitely drilling way more than we've ever drilled, and we're also investing in all sorts of forms of alternative energies. I just don't get the problem.
All right, well, let me start at the beginning. You said that he's trying to introduce a variety of like new energy sources. He's not introducing anything. Solar and windmills, I'm talking now. Solar and windmills have been around forever. You know, solar's been around since people laid on rocks. Windmills, as I talked about, been around in Persia since the 9th century, and some argue goes back even further. Trains are one of his things for the future. You said something about nuclear, which would generate lots of electricity for Barack Obama's amazing electric car, like the Volt, which they ceased producing because it's not ready for prime time, and the government can't make it ready for prime time, no matter how much money we throw at it, no matter how many friends of Rahm Emanuel's we put in charge of GM. It's just not ready for prime time. When it is, the market will determine that. That's what the free market is about. You said something about nuclear. We haven't built a nuclear plant.
I'm not getting your problem is the point, Chris. I don't really understand.
Let me explain the problem. You said something about nuclear. We haven't built a nuclear power plant.
Not what I'm saying, Chris.
Am I in the middle of a sentence? They haven't built a nuclear power plant since the late 1970s or the early 1980s.
You're talking about what I'm saying. What is your problem? I don't have a problem.
This is a discussion with the liberal. This is just how it goes. Jay, hang on.
I don't know what your problem is with Obama's policy. I don't know what your problem is.
I'm responding. I'm responding first of all to what you said. Secondly,
I responded to what you asked me, but you never answered when I asked you. What is your problem with Obama?
I'm actually answering that.
I don't have a problem with none of the stuff you're saying. I want to know about what your problem with him.
I believe that you've articulated your question 14 times now.
Yeah, you never answered.
And I believe that I'm in the.
You asked me. I want to know what I'm asking you. What is your problem?
This is the modern liberal. You know what, Jay? This is what Barack Obama has done to our country. All right. You can't have a conversation. No, you're not waiting for anything. You're talking over me rudely. You're getting in my face like Barack Obama instructed you to do. Liberals don't debate. They attack. You don't wait for answers. You don't listen to anyone else because no matter how wrong you may be, you are never in doubt. All right, that's all right. I don't know what your real funny one was there, but here's the point. Barack Obama says drilling isn't the solution to the problem. Doesn't he say that?
Yes, right. I agree with that.
All right. He says that, right?
No problem with that.
Okay. So drilling is not the solution. So when you want, when a nation is thirsty and it needs more water, the answer is not to get more water. It's to start drinking less water.
They just said if you play football, you need Gatorade. I mean,
I know. Well, Gatorade would be, see, Gatorade is like solar energy, as water is to petroleum.
I just don't know what your point is.
Well, if you didn't talk over me the whole time, then I would have actually answered your question by now. This is what Barack Obama has done to the country, quite literally. All right, they've got a bunch of screaming, in-your-face, argumentative, don't want to hear it, angry Americans, and you can't have a discussion if people are shouting at you the whole time, which is what the president has instructed them to do. Jay, the president, I would have answered your question long before now. I'll have to get back to it after the break. There's the problem with their energy policy. They tried it. They tried throwing billions and billions of our dollars and Chinese dollars and our grandchildren's dollars at all of these alternative energy sources in the hope of accelerating their viability in the marketplace. And it failed because they're not ready for prime time. Now they can't go back and admit that they were wrong. They'd have egg on their face, and the enviros would all commit suicide.
The biggest driver of these high gas prices is speculation about possible war in the Middle East, which is why we've been trying to reduce some of the loose talk about war there. We're doing everything we can on the short term, trying to relieve bottlenecks. I asked my Attorney General to pull a task force together to make sure that we're not seeing any speculation that's unfair in the oil markets.
Oh, isn't that amazing? Yeah. See, here's the thing, and for Jay, who's probably just talking over the radio now, Barack Obama tried his energy policy. I don't know how many tens of billions or hundreds of billions of dollars. I know these are, just numbers when it comes to Barack Obama. It's not real money. Have been spent funding failed enterprises, largely enterprises run by his supporters who have provided financial support, bundlers who got gifts courtesy of us, the American taxpayers, by way of Barack Obama funneling money to his cronies. Remember all the talk about crony capitalism as we found out that, one company after another as they failed had leaders in these companies that supported Barack Obama and bundled money for him. And they're going to ride that environmental money train that Barack Obama was going to let loose out of Washington, and he did let it loose. They called it investment. Well, we've got to invest in, and let me say something that I think is important to this. If it had worked, Barack Obama would look like a hero. If on his watch, while throwing money at some battery company in California or some solar company in Texas, if some major breakthrough had occurred, then they could lay claim to this success. And Barack Obama would be the new father of the light bulb. He'd be the new Thomas Edison of our time. He would be the one, like John F. Kennedy in the space program, and that's how he saw this, and he compared it to that. John F. Kennedy, is this the father of American space exploration because of a speech he gave and funding and because dedicated energy, and we had the race with the Soviets and the Cold War and all that good stuff? Barack Obama saw this as being like that. The problem is that in Barack Obama's space program, everything blew up on the launch pad.